Welcome to this week of Alexis is running her mouth. Today, I want to talk to you guys about productivity at the beginning of each year when it comes to your teams and your leadership. And I'm going to tell you if I wanted to increase my team's productivity in quarter one of 2025 or in any year, here is exactly what I would do. There are three things that I would do that would help increase my team's productivity, and I know that this is something that you're going to want to hear because every time we come back from a holiday break or we come back into a new year, everything is always about productivity, productivity. How can we do more? How can we meet our goals? How can we turn up the heat this year? And I know that if you're a leader in your company, you're feeling pressure to put on your employees to do this. Or if you're an employee, you're like, oh God, how are they going to make me be productive this year? Okay. And I know this because during my time in corporate, it was kind of like, oh, I have to come back from like a Christmas break or a Christmas shutdown. And one of the first things y'all are going to do is sit me down and talk about all of our goals for this year, how we're going to hit the ground running, how everything is so amazing. And here's the long list of everything it is that I'm going to be expected to do this year. And so I'm not going to give you tips that are going to go with what typical people tell you about productivity and about making sure that your team is productive. I'm going to talk about three things that you're probably not thinking about in order to increase your team's productivity in quarter one of any year. So let's go. The first thing that I would do if I wanted to increase my team's productivity in quarter one of any year is I would stop worrying so much about their productivity. Okay. Employees and teams that are happy, rested, and paid, okay, will automatically produce more. Get off of their peach. I promise you, when you start running people down, like you need to produce more, you need to produce more, they might produce more for you for like a week. And then they're going to be like, oh, I'm exhausted. I need help. They're not actually going, that's not a long-term way to actually produce results. And that's actually a very quick way to get your employees and your teams to not like you. Stop worrying so much about their productivity and worry about their mental health. Worry about how your systems are pushing them to be employees that don't actually want to be there. When all you think about is productivity and you don't think about how you're actually sewing into the mental health and well-being and the pockets, okay, the living that your employees are trying to make, the less you care about them and the more you care about the work it is that they produce, the larger your turnover is going to be, the more hidden costs you're going to have having to get new people into your world and into your company because everybody's going to keep leaving. You're going to have trash reviews on Glassdoor because people are going to be like, these people work us like dogs. They don't care about us at all. Okay. Is that really what you want as a leader? Is that really what you want for your team? Is that really what you want inside of this company? No. Get off of people's behinds about their productivity. Make sure they are happy. Make sure they are rested and they have plenty of time off. Make sure that what you're paying them, their salary isn't just the bare minimum. It is bountiful and more than supports the lifestyle where they are living. It doesn't even matter where they're living, okay? They could be living in the country roads of Texas. You should be paying them a San Francisco salary. Make sure that they feel supported at all times because when they feel supported by you, they're in turn going to be like, I will never leave these people. They take such good care of me and they will produce and do everything it is that you need. But you, as the leader, has to move first. Stop worrying so much about their dang productivity. Okay. That's number one. Sorry if that's not what you want to hear, babe, but that's the truth. Okay. Number two, if I wanted to increase my team's productivity in quarter one of any year, I would invest more than $1,000 into their education and their growth. Apparently, 'cause of course I was researching because this is what I do. Apparently, the annual budget for continued education for employees is an average of $982. That is heckin' abysmal. That is abysmal. Stop focusing on just getting your employees Udemy or LinkedIn learning courses that they're going to ignore and smash the spacebar button through, just another set of slides that they have to go through. I get the HR stuff, I get the sexual assault trainings and things that are required by law. Cool. They're smashing through those too. But all they're going to see is you pushing another training on them that they don't want to take. They want to grow. They want to learn. They want to be nurtured. And you slamming another course in their face just feels like training, and it doesn't feel like you actually care about their knowledge and what it is that they can do for your company with that knowledge, with that support. Okay? Get them a coach. Provide executive coaching for everyone on your leadership team. If you're a team member, provide executive coaching for all of your employees. Get them someone who's going to sit with them, who's going to care about them, who's going to understand where their struggle is, why they're having like a work-life balance, perhaps, tit for tat. Why are they struggling with that? What's going on in their personal life that they're struggling to, compartmentalize and not bring into work? Why are you forcing them to compartmentalize and not bring it to work? They're not going to get any of this from another Udemy course. LinkedIn learning courses and Udemy courses, they have their place. They do. I use them for NLP certs. They have their place. But their place is not in nurturing your people, without fostering actual growth, without trying to build team cohesion. When you invest in a way that makes your employees and your team members feel safe, they will come to you more. They will feel safer in your environment. They will produce more, which earns you more revenue. Do you see the circle? Do you see how one is connected to the other? Stop just throwing trainings at them and telling them to take them and then wonder why they don't retain any of the information. They want to feel seen. They want to feel heard, which leads me to point number 3. If I wanted to increase my team's productivity in quarter 1 of any year, the third thing I would do is make the godforsaken changes they've been asking for. You ask them what they wanted with your quarterly and your annual surveys. You send the things out. You say they're anonymous. They told you what they wanted. Now it is your job to execute as a leader in this company. Okay? It is your job to execute. Don't ask people what they want just to ask. Why ask? Why go through all the trouble? Why waste your time and theirs if you're not actually going to act on it? There is nothing that employees hate more than being asked their opinion, having their opinion chucked off the side of a cliff, and then having at the annual Christmas party, you talk about how great revenue was this year and how hard everybody worked. But then you're kind of sidestepping across the fact that you haven't implemented any of the changes that they asked for. Like, I don't know, a 4-day work week. I need you to understand that a lot of it is the work that you do is not life or death. You are not dealing in nuclear codes. Okay. Most of your high stakes meetings they're really not that high stakes. Okay. You just have a scarcity mindset as a team leader. And if the changes that your company, your team is asking for are scary to you, you have to look yourself in the mirror and ask, why does this push me so far out of my comfort zone? Why, if everybody around me is telling me that this is what I need to do in order to get good people to stay on my team and in this company, why am I so avoidant of it? Why does it bother me so much to implement these changes and to pay these people and to say, you know what, you can have every Friday off because everybody's shirking their responsibilities on Fridays anyway? When I worked in corporate, I've worked for companies where I didn't have to work on Fridays, or I've worked for companies where I got off at like 1 p.m. on Fridays. Fridays is like a wasted day. Everybody is already they're mentally checked out. Why are you forcing them to log in? Why are you forcing them to be productive? That is your own scarcity as a team leader, as a leader in your company, or as an owner of your company. That is the scarcity that you're feeling. And I'm telling you that the future of work revolves around far less actual working days, investing far more into the well being and the payment of your employees, and taking their lives seriously. You want them to take your business and your growth and this thing that you're building, you want them to take that seriously, but you don't want to give them anything in return. That is not how you secure your future. That is not how you create millions and billions of dollars from this business that you're building. It has to be people first. You have to put what they need first. Okay. I promise you that they will produce for you. I promise you that they will show up for you. I promise that they will be the best versions of themselves for you when you put them first. And if you're thinking, holy cow, I don't even know where to start with all of this, lucky for you, you found me at the right time. My executive coaching and process improvement program is available for 3 months, 6 months, or 12 months to really help you reshape your company culture in 2025. Okay. Because not only do I do executive coaching for all of your team members, I come in, I look at your processes like, okay, well, you have a rule here that says that people have to work until 5:30 p.m. That's not going to work. You need to push that back to 3:35. You have a rule here that says somebody has to do A, B, and C in order to get a promotion, but C is really not necessary, so we're going to change that too. You need somebody who is not a part of your regular day-to-day systems to come in and be like, where did you get this idea? Let's change it to something else. To come into your brain as a company leader or a team leader and to be like, what do you feel in your heart, in your soul, that is driving you to push people in a way that makes them feel discomfort? Where's your own scarcity mindset, and are you ready to shift that? To come and do executive coaching for your people who feel the need to self-sacrifice over putting themselves first. What is driving them to self-sacrifice instead of making sure that they're taking care of themselves? You built a company. You joined a company because you understood the mission. You liked how the leadership operated, but it's turning into something that you don't necessarily recognize, and you want to get back to putting people first. This is how you do it. This is the work that I do. Okay. So if you're like, hell yeah, I need your help, I want you to check out the links that are on my channel page. I only take 2 corporate clients a year. So if you're like, oh, I need to get in here now, reach out to me and let me know how I can help you. Schedule a call so I can figure out how exactly to lead your company through the next 12 months. And I cannot wait to see you in the next video. Okay, bye. Oh, actually, you know what? Before I say bye, make sure that if you are enjoying my videos that you subscribe to the channel. Yeah, I'll be so used to, I'll be new to YouTube sometimes. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure that you're sharing this with a leader that you know needs to see it, or put this in front of a company leader and be like, watch this because this is what we need. And comment below which one of these might actually be the most difficult for you to implement. And I can give you some pointers on how to make it easier to implement. Okay. Okay. Now I'm saying bye bye.